Have you ever sat quietly, maybe with a cup of coffee or looking out the window, and thought to yourself, if only I had known then what I know now? It's something many of us feel as we get older. Life teaches us a lot, but sometimes it takes decades before things truly start to make sense. The noise begins to fade. What matters becomes clearer. You start to realize which moments brought real joy, which people truly mattered, and which things were worth holding on to and which ones weren't. Getting older has its challenges, no doubt, but it also brings a kind of wisdom that can't be rushed or read in a book. It's earned through love, through loss, through lessons you never asked for but learned anyway. And maybe the most powerful part? Realizing that it's not too late. Not too late to live better, love deeper, and find peace. Even now, maybe especially now. This isn't about changing who you are or trying to go back. It's about honoring everything you've lived through and using it to live the rest of your life with more ease, more joy, and more clarity. Because the truth is, some of life's biggest lessons show up in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. And when they do, they can completely shift the way you see everything, from your health to your time to the way you love and let go. In this video, I want to share 5 of those powerful realizations. These aren't just ideas, they're truths that wise, experienced people like you have lived and learned. And maybe, just maybe, one of these will feel like it was meant for you right now. As you listen, I'd love for you to take a moment and reflect. Which part feels personal to you? If something speaks to your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Share it in the comments. You never know who else might be reading and feeling the exact same way. Sometimes your words can be the comfort someone else needs. Let's begin. 1. Time and energy are your true wealth. When we're younger, we spend so much of life chasing things, careers, money, recognition. We stay busy because it feels like we're building something. But later in life, something begins to shift. You realize that the most valuable things you have aren't things at all. They're your time and energy, and once they're gone, you can't get them back. It's a realization that sneaks up on you. Suddenly, the packed calendar doesn't feel like a badge of honor anymore. You begin to question who you're giving your time to and why. You don't bounce back the way you used to, and you start choosing more carefully where your energy goes. Alan, a 73-year-old from Florida, used to say yes to everything. Always on the go. But one quiet afternoon, he stayed home, sat on his porch, and read a book he hadn't touched in years. He told me later that it brought him more peace than any event or meeting ever had. That one moment of calm reminded him. This is the kind of life he wanted more of: simple, present, and chosen. The truth is, not everything and not everyone deserves a spot in your day. You don't owe your energy to things that leave you feeling drained. You get to decide what fills your life and what doesn't. That's not selfish. That's wise. If you've ever looked around and thought, I just want more peace, you're not alone. Many people reach this point and start living more intentionally. They stop filling their days just to stay busy. They start filling them with meaning. And that's the gift of this stage in life. You finally understand that how you spend your time is how you spend your life. 2. Health is built, not assumed. Good health isn't something that just happens on its own. It's something we build over time with intention. It's not about taking on huge challenges or making drastic changes. It's about the small, everyday decisions that add up. Take Barbara, for example. At 68, she realized that her health wouldn't improve by waiting for some miracle. Her doctor had given her a wake-up call. Her blood pressure was high, and her energy levels were low. Instead of feeling discouraged, she decided to take control. She didn't sign up for a 10K run or drastic diet changes. Instead, she focused on small steps, short walks around the neighborhood, swapping out sugary drinks for water, and doing some gentle stretches every morning. Within a few months, her numbers improved, and she felt more energetic than she had in years. Barbara's story shows that health isn't about huge, heroic efforts. It's about consistency, those small habits that we stick with day after day. A little exercise, a bit more water, getting enough sleep. These things may seem small, but they have a huge impact over time. Think of your body like a garden. You don't need to do everything at once. Just give it some attention every day. Water it, nurture it, and watch it thrive. So, no matter where you're starting from, It's never too late to make small, positive changes. Take it one step at a time. It's those little things that make all the difference in feeling better and living stronger. 3. Forgiveness and presence beat perfection. We've all heard that relationships are built on trust, communication, and love, but somewhere along the way, many of us also start thinking they're about perfection. We think that if we just say the right things, never argue or always agree, our relationships will be solid. But the truth is, perfection isn't what keeps relationships strong. It's forgiveness and presence. Let me tell you about Frank and Helen. They were married for over 60 years and had their share of disagreements, like all couples. But what made their bond so strong wasn't that they never disagreed or always saw eye to eye. No, what made them last through all the ups and downs was their ability to forgive, again and again, and to be present with each other. Whenever a disagreement happened, they didn't hold on to grudges or let it fester. They would step back, forgive, and remember that their relationship mattered more than being right. Helen once told Frank, "It's not about always agreeing. It's about choosing each other, even when it's tough." Their ability to forgive and stay connected, to really be there for each other, is what allowed their love to grow deeper over the years, despite all the inevitable bumps along the way. So, when you think about your own relationships, remember that it's not about flawless communication or never having conflict. It's about showing up, forgiving each other when things go wrong, and choosing to stay present in the moment. Real love isn't about perfection. It's about understanding, patience, and the willingness to grow through the difficult moments together. For joy is something you grow. As we move through life, it's easy to think that joy is something that just happens to us. We wait for that special moment or that big event to feel happy, but joy isn't something that just comes to you. It's something you actively create, no matter what stage of life you're in. Take Doris, for example. She's 76 years old, and after retiring, she decided she wanted to start something new every month. She wasn't waiting for joy to find her. Instead, she made joy happen by trying new things, like baking sourdough bread, taking a painting class, and even starting to watch the birds in her backyard. Doris' life didn't just become brighter by chance. It became more vibrant because she chose to bring something new and exciting into it every month. And that's the key: joy takes intention. You don't need to wait for life to throw you a big celebration or special occasion to feel happiness. You have the power to plant seeds of joy in your life by making small, meaningful choices each day. Maybe it's learning something new, taking a walk in a park, or even just calling an old friend for a chat. These small moments, when cultivated, will help you feel more connected, alive, and joyful. So, this month I challenge you to do something new, just for fun. Maybe it's a hobby you've always wanted to try, or a place you've been meaning to visit. Find a way to bring a little lightness and joy into your routine. Even in the toughest times, joy can be cultivated, one small choice at a time. 5. Letting go is a strength. There comes a point in life when holding on to things, whether it's possessions, roles, or even old dreams, can feel more like a burden than a blessing. It's easy to think that letting go is a sign of weakness or failure, but actually, it's one of the greatest strengths you can possess. Letting go isn't about giving up. It's about making room for what's next. Take Eugene, for example. At 82 years old, Eugene made the difficult decision to sell the family home where he and his late wife had raised their children. For him, it was a heart-wrenching step. It wasn't easy to let go of that home, full of memories and history. But as he moved into a smaller apartment closer to his grandkids, Eugene realized something profound. He hadn't lost his memories. Instead, he had opened the door to new ones. New experiences, new moments, and new chapters. Letting go is a powerful way to lighten your load. Emotionally, physically, and mentally. It doesn't mean you forget the past or dismiss its importance. It simply means you stop carrying things that no longer serve you. Whether it's a big move, downsizing your home, or even letting go of old expectations and identities, releasing what no longer fits can free you to embrace the present and step into the future with more peace and clarity. And it's not just about material things. Letting go can also mean releasing old dreams or expectations you've carried for years. Maybe the life you imagined for yourself didn't unfold the way you expected, and that's okay. Life is about adapting, growing, and finding new meaning in what's ahead. When you understand that letting go is an act of courage, not defeat, it's easier to release what holds you back. In doing so, you make space for the things that truly matter: joy, connection, and the freedom to live with intention. So, the next time you find yourself clinging to something that no longer serves you, remember, letting go isn't a loss, it's a strength. It's a beautiful opening to something new. Growing older is about so much more than just adding years to your life. It's about the freedom to make new choices, guided by clarity, intention, and heart. These realizations we've explored together, whether it's valuing time and energy over success, understanding that health is built over time, or embracing forgiveness in relationships, can reshape the way you experience life. They remind us that the richness of life isn't found in things or status, but in the depth of our experiences and the quality of our connections. Every decision we make, no matter how small, can lead to more joy, fulfillment, and peace. The beauty of growing older is that we get to choose where to focus our energy and time, on things that nourish us, build us, and help us create a life filled with purpose. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these realizations resonated most with you? Is there one that you feel ready to embrace in your own life? Let me know by sharing in the comments below.